How you guys doing? This is Martin. You know me from my series, How to Pay Off Your Car Loan in 36 months without giving up Starbucks or being cheap. Or you've watched my other video where I was down to $5,970 and I paid off my car loan in about 6 months. Today I just want to like yesterday I was telling you today, I try to see what I can do to break some of your beliefs, because I know some of you are like me. A few years ago, I sold my house and I was basically homeless for about 2 months by choice. I thought I got about $20,000 worth of equity from the house I had. It's like I owned the house about 7 years. But I was having trouble getting into an apartment because, they want to have the references. They want to know where you lived. And you say, well, I lived in a house for the past 7 years. I was the person who paid the rent and everything. But then they want additional information. And if I had gotten an apartment right after I sold the house, I wouldn't have had any issues. But I waited about 2 months because I said, hey, I've stayed in Motel 6 before. I've stayed in Best Western. So let me just go out, see what I can do to save some money. I had all my stuff in my car. And so back there, I was basically homeless and broke, because I had also found out that I owed some additional bills. So I had to pay that before I could actually get an apartment. So, I mean, so I know what it's like to be broke. Or basically, I know what it's like to be homeless. Or basically, I know what it's like not to just have a clean bathroom. I remember where I lived at near Yucca Valley, we had the rest area. So I thought, hey, I'll work during the day and I'll come sleep at the rest areas at night. What could possibly happen? And unfortunately, guys just mess up stuff, man. You go to the bathroom and they take you on a... It's all guys think about. I think about sex too, man. But man, I want to sleep. It's late at night. It's taking me about an hour and a half to get here, and now I'm trying to get to a clean bathroom, and the bathrooms are dirty. So I said, okay, this is not gonna work. So I think I stayed in the rest areas for about a week, and I said, this has got to go. So then I say, okay, you know what? I'll go to Motel 6. They're about $60, $70. Shouldn't be too bad. Clean shower. I stayed at the one in San Bernardino off of Redlands Boulevard near Waterman. I stayed at the one over there by, there's one I stayed at, Sierra across from the El Gallo place. And I stayed at the one in Redlands. That one was on, Tennessee Street. I stayed there. I said, what could possibly happen in Motel 6? And then of course, I've got the screaming couple. I mean, I had kids crying on top of me. Had a guy illegally sneak his dog in. Got upset, had attitude about that. Then I used to come home and looked like some people just got out of county and they're talking about what's going on and asking strange questions. I'm like, okay, this may not work either. So then I transitioned to, okay, I'll go to Best Western. That's about $100 a night. Hey, it should be a better quality of people, right? As soon as I was there, I think the second or third night, there was a bachelorette party on the weekend. And then I had my people. I came home. I had this big fat black lady and her friends. They moved all the furniture out the apartment. I guess the 2 chairs and the couch out the apartment in front of the building, and they were just sitting on it. I'm like, man, what is going on? I think another time I had a couple living below me and they were doing some strange stuff. I'm just like, man, people would just do strange stuff. And then it just reminded me, one reason I ended up homeless for a couple of months and selling a house was I tried to be a property manager, and I did it 3 times. Bought myself a couple of duplexes, and I assumed people would pay their rent. I pay my rent. Some people should pay their rent. Oh my goodness. That was a disaster. If you're talking about learning about people and wanting to just get immigrants and kick all the Americans out, and I would believe in housing discrimination. I'm telling you. You try to get somebody in, even if they have decent credit, they go off the bin. And then you wanted to kick them out. Then after you kick them out, they think they deserve all their security deposit back. People are crazy, man. Once you move them in, and then they don't want to pay the rent. Oh, you making money, so I don't have to pay you. Okay, I've been homeless before. I've slept in my car. I know what it's like to wander, and I'd feel great to have a place to pay, but people don't get that. So that's why I've been there, man. And like, it's just like, you got a certain part of, unfortunately, since the 2008 recession, you got a certain part of the society that think they're entitled, and you bring them into your units, and they almost force you to just discriminate against them. Doesn't matter if they're black, white, yellow, green. They just do crazy stuff, man. So I know what it's like. So that's why I want you, when you look at my videos and stuff, I want you to look at them from I've been there, man. I know what it's like to have the family member take advantage of you, like the uncle who moved into, I tried to let the uncle move into the grandmother's house while I was trying to remedy the probate issue and pay off some bills. She had a $19,312 Medicare bill that had to pay off, and I was trying to pay it. And I thought I could move him and a family friend into the house. $300 for a 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom house. House may have been a little old. Okay, I'll be maybe a little old, but it's 2-bedroom, 1 bath. You had like a humongous backyard. And they couldn't even pay that. The house went into foreclosure. That cost me $3,525. I could have used to pay for the probate bill, or used to pay for the Medicare bill. And they didn't help me with that. But even though they knew I had the bills due, I had the Medicare bill, property taxes, everything, they didn't help me. The lady, after my uncle moved out, I let her stay. $80. She gives me $80. The rent's $300. I mean, people are crazy. That's supposed to be a friend of the family taking care of the grandmothers. So when you look at my videos, I'm bringing it to you from the point of, I've been broke, I had family members take money, friends take money, how it is to have an apartment, duplexes, and have people not want to pay. They think you got money, so since you got money, they don't have to pay. That's the mentality that's out there. I mean, so when you look at the videos, the reason I'm telling you got to learn how to pay some of your bills down, because some people just don't care, man. 76% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. They think because you can go out and eat, therefore they can take advantage of you, and somehow you're like a wizard and you can make money, and therefore you need to pay for their mistakes or pay for their lack of initiative. That's why I look at these elections and it just makes me laugh. Like, I guess I'll talk about some other stuff that's going on later that'll just make you wonder, like, what? Yeah, stuff worse than the stuff in San Francisco when the homeless are doing something on the street and stuff like that. But when you look at my videos, you're looking at it from a person who's like, I know what it's like to work 7 days a week, 8 hours a day, come home, wake up, go do it again, because I've had to pay Medicare bills, housing bills, insurance bill, legal bills. I mean, I paid over about $20,000 of legal bills to solve a probate issue. I mean, I know it's like to deal with lawyers, coroners, funeral parlor people. And you know what they all want? They all want money. But then you turn around and you try to give someone a place to stay in your house, or you ask someone to pay for their services, and they get attitude. They assume, because you're like, have a little extra money, that it's an entitlement. It's just, I mean, so when you look at my videos, the reason I'm saying it, I want you to have money or some flexibility so you can deal with some of these people who are just giving up. They're just waiting for the government to take care of them. I don't know why. Maybe the government will convert them into food or something. Was it like that Hansel and Gretel movie? Maybe the government will make a spell out of them and I'll turn the homeless into cupcakes or muffins or something like that. But until then, I want you to have extra money, because I know what it's like to just deal with people who are just not, they don't pay your money. You have people out there who won't pay you any money, but I also know there are people who you want to get something, take it, problem solve quicker, you got to pay the money. So I want you to have money to be able to handle these situations that come up. I want you to be able to handle a $19,312 Medicare bill that comes up. Hey, what about if you get that tax bill for $1,470 from the state of California for a business that you closed 3 years ago? It takes them 3 years to file the final paperwork to say that your business is dissolved. So it's like being divorced from, I always say, it's like being divorced from a partner, and you have to pay 3 years worth of payments or let them stay with you 3 years until the divorce is settled or something. I mean, it's that crazy stuff. That's why I want you to have money. I want you to have money, so at least if you got to make an initial payment or initial installment, pay that money and get the process started and get them off your back, man. I kicked my game into gear 2014. My grandmother died 2009. Between 2009 and 2014, I was dealing with the probate issue. That was costing me $4,000 or $5,000 a year. Also paying for our house because the family member and friend didn't pay. So that was costing me another $300. And then you had the property tax for the Los Angeles. And then they had like some special, and because of the fires, I had to put a special device from Southern California Edison to lift the wire. Back in the old days, you used to have the transmission, the cable wires from the power pole to the house had to be lifted at a certain height above the tree. So I had, all that was just money, 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 money. So that's when I got my first job at Macy's, 2014, all the way up to about 2019. It was the last time I worked there. And now this year, I found out 125 stores are closing. 2,200 people are being laid off. Not counting another 152 stores at Pier Imports. That used to be a great business when I was younger, closing 950 of their stores. So there's a lot of change going on out there. Because the people who got, and it's like, because you got to learn how to sell. People don't know how to sell. Everyone thinks they can put a social media post up and, hey, I'm going to buy the money. Oh, no. You got to get on the phone. You got to bug people. You got to visit people. You got to show them proof. Do it again, again, again. It's going to get harder now. You think some of your businesses, some of you have businesses are getting called? Hey, you're just getting started. But be happy they're calling you. That means you're in business. But like I told you, unfortunately, 69% of businesses make money or break even or lose money. So with this Macy's closing and this Pier Import closing, any of those businesses that are keeping their business afloat of the Macy's account or someone affiliated with the Macy's account, or Pier 1 Import account, they lose those accounts, they may actually go out of business, and that will affect you. So yeah, those Macy's layoffs, the 2,200 layoffs, those Pier Import store closings, those things are going to impact you. That's why I want you to have money. I've been homeless, but I don't know, so even if you're homeless, people want your money. And if you pay them money, they're going to help you out. You need to have extra money. Go back, like I said, I want you to go back, look at the video on how I paid down my student loan. Go back, look at that video, that one you looked at for, even the one, go look at the one you looked at for body pump recovery. People don't like fat people. Regardless of what they say, they like you to be like some reasonable good shape. If not, they're going to have like a bad impression of you. Even if it's not that, you need to keep yourself in shape so you don't end up in the hospital paying expensive prescription medical bills. So go look at that recovery video. Look at it, just like take 1 or 2 tips that'll keep you working out, that'll make you be healthy. Go back and watch the one where I paid off my loan for 17 months. Hey, even go back and watch the one when I said about the coworker who's complaining. People are desperate now. Well, the person was on vacation for months and the person's complaining. Instead of saying, hey, Martin, thank you for going out and helping one of my clients, he's complaining. That's how people are. These are desperate times. Go back, look at those videos. Go back and look how I got hooked on Grant Cardone. How I learned how to sell. Why I learned how to ask hard questions. How I get decisions. Why I don't want people to stall me. Learn how to take these skills. Go back and look, because times are going to get hard. 125, like basically 500 stores are about to close in the next 30 days. That's a lot more people out there competing for your job. So if you don't know how to deliver at your job, you'll be safe. Otherwise, you'll be the person getting fired and someone will take your job. Go back and look. Go back. Learn to believe. The trials and tribulation. Learn bad things are going to happen. Learn family and friends are really not going to help you. Go back, learn. I want you to watch 5 to 10 seconds of my videos, all of them. Go watch them all. Tell me what you learned, from federal loan, for the housing, to finding a job, to Macy's, to recovering from a workout, to, hey, how to pick up a girl from the bar. Go back and look. I want you to spend an extra 10 to 15 seconds. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Do you feel what I'm saying? Yes. Go back and do it again.